All right, here we go. The mighty return of Tony Yayo.
Listen, back by popular demand. Everywhere I go on the streets, they say I see that Vlad interview is one of the best interviews for the year, so I got to give it up. Everybody give it up for Vlad. Come on.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, remember, before you sat down, I'm like, this is going to be your biggest interview ever.
You did say that.
I did say that.
You did say that.
And it was true.
And definitely 100%. Everywhere I go on the streets, the fans, I love that Vlad interview. A lot of people didn't know the history of G-Unit and all the beefs and all the drama that we went through, and we actually survived it. Because, like I said, I remember times back in the days where we had 14 guns on the bus, but we had God with us. We had 14 guns on the tour bus. Just like Bobby Smurda and them, just like all these artists now, we did it. And we the first ones to kind of put it in the videos and stuff, like not to glorify it, but you know, when 50 had his beef, shit was all real. It wasn't no prop guns. All them guns were real.
Oh, yeah.
But now you fast forward to now, we got a lot to talk about because I just came off a tour.
Right.
You know what I mean? Should I give it the credit for that? Just came off a tour.
A major European tour.
Definitely. We went to London, which I love London because London is like New York City without the guns. You know
Knives. They got knives
over
over there.
A motherfucker will stab you 17, 30 times in London. But if London had guns, it would be ridiculous.
Right.
That's another thing that I like about overseas. Like, they have weapons, but not like America.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know, you're in Europe, you're just kind of, you're watching your back, of course. Because like I said, you could get beat up, stabbed, whatever. But, it's, you know, it might be a terrorist here and there, but it's real. It's not a lot of guns.
Oh,
like even in Norway, I'm gonna give you an example. Norway, the police in Norway, Oslo, they have to, was it Norway? No, I think it might have been Denmark. It was somewhere where they have to, the police actually leave their guns in the precinct when they go home. So they're not even allowed to take the weapons with them. Like, it's like not a lot of weapons out there like that.
Yeah, I remember there was a story I heard in one of your interviews where you said you almost got stabbed by a comb in Amsterdam.
Yeah, Amsterdam. Yeah,
prison
yeah, we was
combs.
in Amsterdam and some kid, I guess he was a troublemaker, and he like pulled out a comb and like it was crazy. Then he called his man Izzy. Izzy looked like Debo coming down the steps. It was a crazy story.
Yeah, man. And I was watching some of the, you know, the Instagram photos and so forth. Like you guys went to Israel.
Israel was definitely experienced because it's somewhere where, you know, they always say in media training, don't talk about religion and politics like that. But I never really took media training. But it's somewhere where religion is like real serious.
Oh yeah, you never been before? That was your first time?
That was my first time. I went to Tel Aviv.
Oh yeah. Jerusalem.
Yeah, I gotta say thanks 50. Thanks 50. Because we had the dope rooms, me and Murda. We looked over the, I think that's the Mediterranean Sea right there. So we had all glass balconies. It was crazy. We were right on the beach, Mediterranean Sea, and then we took a drive down to Jerusalem, and we went to the 16th chapels. So this is where Jesus was sacrificed, cleansed.
Yep.
Where he was locked up at, and they had 16 churches in there. It was amazing. They had art from 450 years ago. It was so many churches. It was so many churches in one church.
Yeah. You're talking about the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. I've been there. That's actually, that church was built on the spot where Jesus was crucified.
Right.
And in fact, his tomb allegedly is there. I think there's a picture of you.
Yeah, the tomb we went, you have to literally crawl under and go to his tomb. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm Catholic and I felt something when I went in there.
Yeah.
And where he was sacrificed, I felt something. It was like kind of unexplainable. And it's like, nothing could be fake about this. This churches look so old. And we got Muslim stuff out there too, because Muslims are there, Palestinian, Jewish. You got Catholic. It's all religion. So I'm gonna give you an example. When we went to the Jewish part, security seen me. I had a Muslim wrap on, and he said, "Yo, you gotta take that off, bro."
Yeah.
When we went to the Jewish wall, he said, "Yo, you gotta."
Yeah, the wailing wall is what it's called.
Take that off.
Yep.
So I took mine off. It was wrapped. I like, you know, and Murda came and another security guard changed, but he was a fan. So he was like, nah, you don't have to take it off. But walking through there, you should have seen how they was looking at Murda with the Muslim garment on going through the Jewish part of the Jewish wall. It was amazing. It was like they had books outside and they was praying, little kids was praying, and I never seen anything like that. And then across the bridge is actually the mosque.
Yeah.
to the Muslim side.
Right, where they say that God actually created the earth. There was like the rock
Right.
of life is in that dome, and that's the point that that's where Muslims believe God created the earth. So
Right.
it's a very special place.
I think the best thing about the music business is the travel, because you know the fake friends go, the women can go, the cars can go, the jewelry can go, the money can go. But I mean, your travel experience, we talking about places that our parents never been. My mom travels with her church, so she went to Israel and goes to these places. But a lot of people don't get chances to actually go to these places. Like actually, this time we went to Paris. We went to the Louvre.
Yeah.
And to see the Mona Lisa, and security knew me.
Yeah, I heard you had a private tour
Yeah.
of the Mona Lisa. And the thing is, me and you were talking.
Thanks, 50.
I was just in Paris not too long ago,
Right.
and we went to the Louvre,
Right.
you know, general admission, and the Mona Lisa is a zoo. There's
Right.
literally like 300
seen
people
how-
cramming
Yo,
to
look,
try
you
to
should've
see it.
seen-
You were there
it's a-
solo, so I'm like,
It's
oh,
a,
shit.
It's a small world because we had our people with us, and then we had, you know, people that work for us. And shout to Jen, she came to the line. She works with us and stuff, and she spoke to security, told them, you know, Yayo's here, and they happen to be fans. Because overseas, they'll treat you. When you go to Europe, it's like in America with hip hop music, I believe it lasts longer in Europe. Like I done been to Europe and seen J. Rue the Damager, KRS-One, Boys to Men. And they're all making a living overseas because they kind of appreciate the music a little longer.
Yeah, I mean, jazz music is still big in Europe,
Right.
like in France and everything.
Right.
Whereas over here, it's like something.
And
that-
shout out to all them groups that's still touring. Like that's timeless music, like Boys to Men. Come on, J. Rue the Damager.
Yeah.
We talking about the 80s, and a lot of people, and that's a thing now. What's the difference between hip hop and rap? I feel like back in the days, hip hop was like more of an art form. Like you had graffiti, breakdancing, you had the DJs that cut shit up, like watching video music back. And a lot of people don't give Ralph McDaniels his flowers while he's here, because Ralph McDaniels was BET before BET is what it was
100%.
with Video Music Box. So shout out to Ralph McDaniels.
Yep. I've interviewed him before.
Yeah,
he was a
to
big
me-
influence
to
on me.
To me, he's one of the biggest dudes, one of the biggest pillars in hip hop. Because Video Music Box is before BET, before MTV Raps, and as a kid, that's what we watched. You know, the greats: Rakim, Slick Rick, Big Daddy Kane. I met Kane, straight up groupie, Cool G Rap groupie.
Yeah, I mean, these are all legends.
I remember, and shout to your boy. I see you in NLE Choppa's. Let's clap it up for that. Y'all don't got beef because Vlad has the most. You got a lot of beef out here. But your security is right. Security don't play. But
Yeah, shout out to NLE Choppa. We had a
yeah.
little back and forth.
I met
in.
him. He came to 50's premiere, and Big Daddy Kane and Cool G Rap was there.
Oh, okay.
And he came and Kane was performing, and I'm like, yo, you don't know who that is? And he was like, I don't know what's going on. That's what the nigga said. So I said, yo, that's the first dude to really mess with Madonna. He's the man. He was like, for real? I thought it was Tupac. I said, no. Big Daddy Kane. I said, he's the one that started him and Slick Rick.
Yeah, the big chains.
Him and Slick Rick are the pillars of that shit, man.
Yep.
They started that. Well, you know, everybody had the Trunk Jewelry, Run DMC, everybody, because, you know, that's my favorite rap group of all time,
but
Run DMC. Huh?
Run DMC had the ropes. I think that Big Daddy Kane brought like the medallions. Remember, he had like the
Definitely, because he had that Nefertiti piece
Yeah, right.
was ridiculous.
Right. Yep.
And Slick Rick, come on, he was just like,
Yeah. He was
like Mr. T of the rap shit.
he was bigger than Mr. T in terms of jewelry.
Right.